To move well and protect our lower backs, we need core strength, control, and coordination around 4 joints. At BT Pilates, to achieve this, we use a 6-point checklist. Points 1 to 3 are about avoiding extremes of movement around the base of the spine. Point 4 covers the necessary muscle strength, while point 5 is about being tall, relaxed, and attentive to our environment. Point 6 is about joint flexibility in joints above and below the core. Since Pilates is a thinking workout, for each exercise we will be asking you which core control strategy you think it is.
I'm going to go to dead bug shortly, just another 5 seconds, so everything's going to reach to the ceiling. I'm just going to grab my big toes. We're going to have our head down, I think. We've had enough work there. Pull the toes. And second toes are just working through. Okay. Now the weight of the legs are just tending to keep the hips down, so it's putting a bit of bend in the lower spine, but the glutes and the weight of the legs, the stiffness in the glutes and the weight of the legs holding it, is keeping that right. All right, so I'm just going to bring that in a bit more. Really get those toes a good tweaking and straighten. All right. So after this, I'm just going to go into spine stretch forward. We can do a rocking both with hands behind the knees into a spine stretch forward. All right, so, okay. You'll be firming up your tummy just to keep your back in a nice rounded shape, otherwise you can't rock. If you push on your tummy, those 6-pack muscles are just holding it together. They come on up. Up. Chin on manubrium, and then roll down through each vertebra. The actual roll down in the vertebra stops at about the height of the belly button, or just above. The lowermost vertebrae are really quite straight and erect. They're stacked like a skyscraper, those lowest ones. And if you think maybe not, well, just let the ribs lift a little. Now you've got the middle range of movement for those lower spinal joints. You've got core stability there. Head between the knees, roll up tall. So as long as the chest is lifting and you're lengthening through your body, you're not taking those lowest joints into the sort of disc prolapse sort of dangerous zone. Just keep lifting. Forward we go. Feel the ribs lifting, the back ribs lifting, and roll back up. Okay. Now, seated stretches are always nice. Let's do so we do the little harker touch and we do the saw stretch. Fingernails go touch, stretch, twist, touch, stretch, twist, touch, stretch, twist. And so I'm just going through a repertoire of seated stretches. Feel free to do the stretch that you enjoy if you like. Maybe there's a stretch that you enjoy, but I'm just going to start with pushing that knee down, whatever the most comfortable way to do that is. Hand behind, could be. Just hand hooked under the ankle, could be. And we'll switch that. Push the knee down. Is that a nice one with the fingers hooked around the ankle? Now, I like to do these because it's mimicking what they do in so-called third world countries where they don't have much furniture. They sit on the ground. And anybody that does that sort of thing, they got very mobile hip joints at least. That's good for the hip, it's good for the lower back. Buddha sitting. So elbows, arms, and shoulders go down. And in 5 seconds, I'm going to ask you a question. Be ready for it. All right, can you put your toe in your mouth? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just switch over. And can you put the other toe in the mouth? Okay. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have the hug the knee to the opposite ribs. And I'm going to suggest put the 1, 2, 3 side neck in. I just point at it. Side ribs in the side neck here. These are vertical lifts, like fish hooks and strings lifting vertically. And we can hug in. And then we come back to vertical. And then the 1, 2, 3 side neck. We can hug in. If we stay tall, we can actually steer the body like we're steering a motorbike around a race course. The ribs, neck and ear. This is mobilizing the mid to upper spine too. A bit more mobility in the mid to upper spine means the lower spine or core can move a bit less, and it's protected because there's mobility in everything that's above it. Hugging in. Okay, so we've got the 1, 2, 3. Ribs, neck, ear. Okay. Get a nice breath. A nice breath, the spine will hardly move, and the collarbones will hardly move. The only time the collarbones are allowed to lift when you're breathing is at the end of a running race. So a nice breath, belly, lower 2/3 of chest. The neck relaxes. So we come to vertical and stay tall and try the 1, 2, 3 on the other side. Chest, neck, ears. And a nice breath will not destabilize the spine. So there'll be very little movement in the spine if you're breathing in a nice way. And you won't have collarbones lifting either. Okay. Bridging, long bridge, and a glute squeeze. There we go. We just want to know that that's working, so buns of steel, there we go. I'm going to clap, touch the carpet, clap, touch the carpet, squeeze, 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 squeeze. And we're going to relax, come back to relaxation position. Once we've got 10. Okay, yes. And hopefully you felt the buns are still working. They're feeling a little tired now. So we have the short bridge now. We can just put our fingers, thumbs on the ribs, fingers on the top of the hips, curl the tailbone up, and curl the ribs up, and then the knees are going forward. And so this exercise is safe for the lower spine because it's not asking it to overbend there, but it is asking it to maintain a little flexibility. Take a knee up. Keep the distance between hips and ribs on this upper knee side. Squeeze the glute. We've got that lower one working. Touch the ground. Clap the knee, touch the ground. 3, go wide. 4, squeeze the glute. 5, touch. 6, touch. Let's make it 7. We'll go down. Curl down, leg down, other leg up. Can we just come up there? Curl up. All right, so just making sure that hip's going away. The distance between hips and ribs is the same. Fingers and thumbs. Okay, touch, carpet, clap the knee, carpet, push with the glute, squeeze the glute. Okay, we're in squeeze mode. 4, 5, 6. We're going to go into a prop on an elbow. Lowering down. So if you just firm your tummy, you just come on up. There. So a tenth of a second, firming of the tummy. Now we can mobilize a little just to check that it's okay to let the spine move sideways because it's not a high load. And then up, like. And now we're going to brace and bring the spine perpendicular to the belt line. Push with the elbow. And there we go. We can have the hand up. Push for the down elbow. Straight spine, lengthening, perpendicular to belt line. That's looking good, by the way. Push with the elbow. Lower slowly. There. And keep the spine and the belt line perpendicular as we come on over, like Mr. Wobbly Man. We'll try the other side. So we're just checking in there's no load at the moment. So ribs down, side bend, ribs up, and down, Now just lock in, push with the elbow, straight, perpendicular, hips up. Push with the elbow. Again, if you're shining your chest and your head forward, that's your persona, what you present to the world, everything will tend to lengthen out in that spine. You've got nice posture, you've got a safe back, pushing with the elbow. Slowly lower, so you know perpendicular, and down we come. Now you can stay at that level. I suggest you stay at that level, or don't do it if it's not happy. Or we can just have a little bit of fun. All right, straight, perpendicular, up we come. All right, so, yeah. 1, 2, push with the elbow, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stable spine, I hope. Okay, and did you still keep the belt line perpendicular? Now this is a bit more challenge, so take it easy. Okay, so we've got the ribs lifted, straight spine, perpendicular belt line, up we come. So we've got the arm leg, so push with the elbow, and we're keeping that body braced. How are we going? Okay, 3, 4, 5. Push with the elbow, push with the elbow. Keeping the belt line perpendicular. We'll go back like Mr. Wobbly Man to vertical. For the side line, since we've just given ourselves a wee bit of challenge,